Hi, I'm Missy with helpthehelpers.us, and I'm going to be showing you how to make the shirt mask. So the shirt mask can be made from an old t-shirt that is clean or any jersey knit fabric. It just needs to be 100% cotton. So we are going to do 3 layers. I've cut a square 7.5 inches by 7.5. This makes about a large mask, I'd say. If you want a little bit smaller, I'd keep the width at 7.5, but then you could do 6.5 for the height. So I have my 3 panels of jersey knit, and I also have 2 strips of elastic. This elastic specifically is fold over elastic, but any flat elastic will work. Just to help myself out, I'm gonna go ahead and mark some placeholders. I'm gonna do about 3.5 inches from each end. And this is just gonna help me a little bit later. Oops, 3.5. And you'll see why in just a second. I'm just gonna sew on the 2 outside edges of the panel. So if you don't have a perfect square, you would want to do this on your shorter sides, making sure you keep the 7.5 for the width. So just go ahead and sew down these edges. Okay, so once you have both sides done, then you're just going to pick a layer and flip it inside out. And then I just work with my hands to get this seam flat. So now this is where these markers come into play. So this was 3.5 inches. I'm going to line that up with the top of the panel. Instead of having the fabric and the elastic completely flush, I'm gonna move the elastic over just a little bit so it hides it, since that edge is not finished. Then to start, I'll just do a regular stitch. Go ahead and back stitch. And I'm gonna take my little mark and bring it to the bottom. So what I'm doing is I'm stretching the elastic, but not the t-shirt material. And you want to do this while your needle is down so your fabric doesn't move. So again, I'm just going to overlap this just a little bit and then sew it while the elastic is stretched. And once you get to the end, back stitch. And then you're going to repeat on the other side. So that is what creates the gather. Then you're just going to put the 2 right sides of your elastic together. We're going to close these. So I'm going to change some dials on my machine. There's a zigzag and then there's a 3-step zigzag. This is best for stretchy fabrics like elastic. Length, I could shorten. And then width, I'm gonna take up to a 4. So I've got my 2 right sides facing each other. Because I don't want this elastic to get stuck in my machine, I'm gonna start closer to the middle almost, not directly at the very edge. I'm gonna go forward and then I'm gonna reverse. And this is creating a 3-step zigzag. And just go over this a couple times just to make sure it's secure. It's not going to be pretty, but it doesn't have to be, and yours will probably be in the same thread color, so you won't even see it. And I'll do the same for the other side. And then trim all your threads, and you are done.